go. Yeah, welcome to us today on Stewart Talk. We got a special guest with us today, up and coming basketball star in the Midwest area. She's gonna do big things. Gonna be a freshman next year in college, taking it to the next level. Been all league multiple years, her senior year, junior year, and now competing at the next level, ready to take that challenge. Who we got with us today?
Keyara Baerga-Plumey.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Which I call Agent Zero, but I wanted her to say her real name because that's what the press gonna call her. But I call her Agent Zero because she does so much things on the court, offensively, defensively. She attacks the ball and she gets right to it. So what got you started playing basketball, and what age did you start?
Well, I started at around age 3. My dad and I used to just, go and play around, and he had like this little basketball hoop, and we would just play in the house, and he would just have me, shooting or whatsoever. And then as the years progressed, we ended up going to the gym and to a bigger goal, and etc.
And see, that's the perfect age because, like, right now in the city of Toledo, we're trying to get the youth, the young ladies basketball back to where it needs to be. But a lot of girls don't really start at a young age. It's more boys. So, like, we trying to get them in the third grade, the fourth grade level to make sure that the skills get back to where it's going to be where they could compete, because the problem that's happening now is they're getting on the court and they can't compete with the people that's talented that have been together from third grade up on. So now they're more like a unit. So when you play and you getting discouraged, and that's causing many girls in our community to be able to quit because they're getting frustrated or they just ain't on the same level. So that was a great year that you got started. Who would you say your favorite basketball player is?
I'd say Kyrie Irving.
Kyrie Irving. Do you pattern your game after he is?
Yeah, just the way that he handles the ball, or how he finishes. I try to take some of that and mix it on and make it my own game.
Yeah. So how would you say you would handle a teammate maybe that's having a bad game, or maybe that's just down on themselves? Because from what I watch from your games, and even in your all-star games or with your AAU team, you seem to be a leader. You lead by example. So if you got hit with that scenario, would you be able to be there for them? What would you do? How would you handle that situation?
Well, first, I encourage them and say that, everybody has their own days. And you just got to rise above it. And, I just tell them to focus on the good that they're doing instead of focusing on the negative, because, that can always bring them down.
Yeah, that's good. Because, like I said, I always see that. And, like, it seems like when your team need a spark, you diving on the floor, you going after loose balls, you hustling, you taking charges. And most people don't do that. They just talking about, I just want to shoot like Steph Curry. They don't play the game the way that it should be played on the defensive end and the offensive end. I see you bringing that all, to the school that you're about to attend. And you got a scholarship. We see that you're committed. What's the name of the school that you're going to?
Southwestern Illinois College, or SWIC.
Okay. What led you to choose that college basketball program?
Really, it was the coach. At first, while I was looking at other schools, I had kind of like discouraged him just because of a few things that I didn't like. But, after a while, I went to a couple of his games and, just got to see him more in action. And, it just brought me closer. I love how he cares for all his players and how he's always looking to improve. And also, just the school overall, it gives me a lot of opportunities that will help me in the long run. And I know it'd be the best fit for me. Even though, it's a little bit close to home, which I kind of wanted to go away, but like at the same time, it's not really an important factor. It's just Yeah.
That's good that you even thought like that, because most people, they just looking at what can this school do for me, but they not thinking about I'm gonna have to be here, I'm gonna have to spend time, and how am I gonna feel when I don't want to do suicides and we got 3 or 4 more, and I'm looking at this coach who I really can't stand, or my teammates and different things like that. So that's good that you assess that. Like I said, once again, that's going to your leadership capabilities and just such of a leader that you are, that you even think like that. Togetherness, team, and family. What does family mean to you? Because it seems like you want things to be tight, close. You want to have a relationship to where you can communicate, and you want a sense of comfortability to where you ain't got to worry or something. What does family mean to you?
Honestly, it means to me that, you're always there no matter what. And that, at the end of the day, it's all love, no matter how much we fight or any of that sort. It's just always coming together. Because even though you fight, it brings you stronger together.
Yeah. And you got a great support system. Your mom, your dad, your Ohio family, they always support you. They come and and they post videos, they shout you out. That's how I get to check you out most of the time. So I love the support system that you have. And your family even got one thing I really think is amazing is that your family got a prayer group that you guys meet and you guys pray and you guys be with each other. That is important because you need that strength. And like you said, it brings you together. So now say you at school, even though you say I'm going to be on the campus or something, you might be feeling away from your family there or your family out of town. You still be able to be close to them to give you that sense of what you need to know that I can do it. Or they might encourage you. You know what? Have a good game, baby. We want you to do this and do that. So your granny, your mama, and them, they'll be able to encourage you, and that's what's needed. How do you plan to balance your academics with your athletics?
It's really just a matter of time management. Just setting aside the time to get what needs to be done, on the academic side, and also having time to, better my game whenever I'm not doing like homework or studying or anything of that sort. Yeah. So I struggle with that personally, but it's just something that is a work in progress. It's something I have to get better at.
Yeah, but that takes growth. You even admitting and you being able to say that. So that takes growth for you saying it.
Yeah.
Some people, they don't want to be able to be like, I do this. They be like, oh, I'm cool or I'm good. But no, you take an initiative. And now that you see that, it's chances that you can still go at it and work towards that to better it. So that's even much more great. What was your biggest challenge as a high school athlete and how did you overcome it?
I'd definitely say, I guess kind of accepting defeat. So this last season, my senior season, it didn't go how I expected because we had a shortage of players due to injuries. Like we lost maybe 3 of our star players. One was out for the season and the other 2 was out for a short period of time, but then came back. And, we kind of struggled because it felt like it was kind of like a hole in our team. And it was just like, it disrupted all of us. Yeah. And, every time that we would like lose a game, I'd be so upset. I was just ready to just give up. But, after a while, I just started to look towards, all the good I've been doing. Even though I haven't had the greatest season, I have been improving as a player. Which I did with, all that loss. It blinded me to it until, at the end of this season, I was recognized as honorable mention for all conference. And, it just kind of, how do I say this? It kind of just proved to me that, that even though I had a terrible season or whatsoever, that I was still doing great, still pulling in my teammates, just doing fine on my own. And yeah.
So let me ask you this, because by the way you said you hard on yourself. Am I wrong?
I am.
I can tell, but see, you know what? Other people recognize your hard work and they see just how when we first started the interview, I say I followed you for a couple years so I can see the progress in your game. Sometimes we can't see what's inside of us. Sometimes we can't see how we even improve, and we think, man, we ain't doing nothing. Nobody gonna notice me. But you said a key thing. You seen everything start going crazy. You was getting down and depressed on yourself. So you noticed that. So once you notice something, you were able to make changes and do the things you did. So it seems to me that you gathered your troops and said, you know what, I'm going to galvanize our season and I'm going to be able to just do this. I'm doing all the little stuff and I'm going to take my game to another level. But it might have didn't match in the wins and the loss columns, but they seen the effort when they seen Agent Zero running down the court, shooting, grabbing loose balls, scoring, and willing her team to victory, because the sports people, they know, okay, this team ain't full. We only got 2 of them, 3 of them hurt. So 2 of them gonna be playing, so they know how to key on you. But they also know, dang, we played that team. They was 3 women short, but hey, they still gave it to us tough. So that's good. You were recognized, because hard work is something you do when nobody's looking. So when you putting in that hard work and when you going out there and you excelling on the court, people are looking at you, but you don't see it, but they're recognizing you for your game and what you're doing. So that was even a good thing. Like, that accomplishment you had should have superseded like all the things that you was negative about, because you still got honored and you didn't even do it for the acknowledgement. You ain't say, I'm about to go out here and score 80 points every game. You could have been like that, but you like, right, what do I need to do? So that's real good too. It shows you a team player, and college coaches and stuff love that. Mm-hmm. What is your biggest inspiration or role model throughout your athletic career? Who has that been, or what has it been?
I'd definitely say my dad, because I mean, I've always looked up to him. You know, people would always say that I'm a daddy's girl whatsoever. And, you know, just throughout these years, he's always been there to encourage me, or, you know, to help me learn to improve or anything of that sort, you know, just there for like all around support. And he's always, like I say, he's the reason that I really started playing basketball at 3 years old. So
yeah, that's good. A couple more questions. We're gonna get you up out of here. What was your advice to an athlete that might get hurt or might be coming back from an injury, so they're struggling, their confidence is down? And have you ever experienced that? And how did you overcome it, if you have?
My advice would be to take it one step at a time. I know that, you know, everyone is itching to get back on the court or anything of that sort, you know, right after an injury, but like, you really have to take serious. The steps in between being at 100% is crucial. Yeah. And if you don't, you know, do everything that you need to do, like, and it won't help you in the long run. Like, you know, you'll just end up back to where you started. And I feel like, as far as me experiencing it, I have an issue with sprained ankles. I've always like sprained my ankles at least once or twice in the season, if not more. And during
Do you get taped up? Do you get taped up?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. But you know, Brian you know the GOAT, Brian, GOAT James be messing his ankle up. You know what I mean? Sometimes it just comes because y'all probably just all over the place and you probably just balling. So don't think of it, I keep getting hurt. You might just be doing all the right stuff though.
Right. But yeah, I mean, in the beginning of my senior season, I sprained my ankle in like the second or third game of the season. And I was so upset. Like, and it was like in the first 2 or 3 minutes of the game. So it was like I couldn't really do much. Like, I had went up for a layup and I stepped on a defender's foot. And I
kind of like Jason Tatum did recently.
Yeah. And it was a high ankle sprain. So, you know, I was out for a little while. But, you know, just afterwards, you know, I was ready to get in because, you know, we had lost our first couple games. And, you know, I was just ready to get back and help the team, you know, especially with 3 people already being out. I'm their starting point guard. So, you know, me being out also, you know, that really didn't help the team. So, you know, I'm just ready to get out there, you know, and I just hate sitting there, you know, watching the games and I can't do nothing about it, but just use my words. Like, you know, I just want to go and shoot a 3 or steal a ball or something of that sort. And, you know, as much as I wanted to, you know, I stayed true to, you know, get myself back to 100%, you know, icing and elevating it, you know, staying off of it as much as I can. And then I ended up going to physical therapy for it to just strengthen, you know, those muscles or whatsoever. And um and after a couple weeks, you know, I was back at it. But I'm really glad that I took my time
Yeah,
because
yeah,
it could have been much worse.
yeah. Are you gonna play the one or the two in college?
Really, I could play both, but I would hope for the one.
Okay. Okay, so what advice would hold on. No, how do you plan on giving back to your community or using your platform as an athlete to make a positive impact?
Um, well, I could say, you know, I'm always open to teaching kids or teaching kids on how to play or how to better their game, you know, no matter what level. Because like during the season, I will always help with my teammates, you know, working on their shot or anything of that sort, helping with plays, you know, tell them where to go or anything of that sort. Even whenever they have questions, you know, I'm always the one answering or trying to help them the best of my ability. So I feel like I can help in that way.
A true team player. What I see as well is your game being an example, or you being an example as an athlete, because all the different things that you said through the ups and through the downs, you never said I. You said what the team could do, or what if you did say I, you said what I can do for my team. You out and you want to get in there, so you cheering your teammates on. You doing this, you doing that, and you a team player, but you also is not no selfish player. That's what I can see. So you're gonna be an example of what a team player looks like, what a player on a team should be, and hopefully everybody want to emulate. So cheers to you, man. Good luck this season. I'm gonna be checking you out. Hopefully I can get down there to a game
Thank
or
you.
two, to play and all like that, man. Continue to be great. Continue to be strong in your identity, what God has blessed you with. You are more than a conqueror. You can do all things through Christ who gives you strength. So whenever you feel like you struggling or something, just look close to God and ask him to help you. But don't be afraid in this next season of your life, in the season of your career. You know, take it one day at a time and enjoy the moment, because this is going to allow you to grow. It's going to expand you to even to be in a career or the field you're going to be, because it's the next level. It might get a little more serious on that college level than high school, but it was fun. So be aware of that. I know you probably know that. It's going to be serious. Don't take it personal. People got jobs, people got records to hold up, but you make sure every day, which I know you ain't gonna have no problem, that you better yourself and you work hard, because you playing basketball is gonna get you that degree, and that's what your mom, your dad, your granny, and everybody is gonna, really be happy for, because that's gonna take you to the next step in life. So I appreciate you and your time. You've been great. Man, I thought you was gonna be shy, but you was ready, just like you are on the court. Just like on the court. So you shocked me, because I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have to, you was ready though. Hey, I say you had your game face on. So I appreciate it. And I'll be letting you know when we air and everything. And you have a great day and be blessed. I'll be in touch.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.